What's going on, YouTube? Dapper Dan here. Another beautiful day here in Colorado. It's a little cloudy, but it is nice and warm today. It's like at least 82 degrees. And look at these views. We are in June now, first week of June. And once we get past the trees, you'll be able to see there is still snow in the mountains. You can kind of see there. There you go, look at that. There's snow in the mountains still in June. Anyways, today we are going to be talking about my first thoughts and impressions on Livewier's new S2 Del Mar. It's their second model that they're coming out with. As you guys know, Livewier used to be part of Harley Davidson. Now they're their own brand, and used to be Harley Davidson Livewier. Then it's renamed to the Livewier One, and now they're coming out with the Livewier S2 Del Mar, and they're having a Livewier S2 Del Mar launch edition as well, but there's only 100 of those, I believe, and that one is already sold out. I've only seen a couple pictures of this bike. There's one that's like a pretty cool, like black and gray digital camo. I'll throw that on the screen now. That one's cool, and then the other one that I've seen is like a purple color. Those are only two pictures that I've seen of it. Now, specs wise, we're going to go over the specs, and in a way it kind of competes with this bike. It's very similar specs, but the S2 Del Mar is a lot more expensive than this bike. So we'll go over the specs now. The first spec is that I saw on their website. It has 80 horsepower, which is more than this bike, and the torque is not listed, and this bike's torque is 78 foot-pounds of torque. I think this bike has 59 horsepower, if I can remember correctly. If not, then I will correct myself on the screen. But yeah, it's a little bit similar there, but not too similar. I mean, you're not going to notice, I would imagine, not going to notice 20 horsepower difference. Now, the S2 Del Mar is kind of like a flat track racer style looking bike. It looks pretty cool in my opinion. And it is, they're hoping for 435 pounds for the weight of the bike. And this bike with both batteries in there weighs 290 pounds, so not quite a comparison there, but we're getting to where it's similar. Now, the S2 Del Mar will have level 1 and level 2 charging. So level 1 is what this bike has, is where you just plug it into your 110 outlet at home, and it takes a lot longer to charge. Level 2 is, what in the world, dude? You did not have enough room for that. Level 2 is where you plug it into 220 and it uses that J72 whatever connector. It's like a 3-prong connector. That's level 2 charging. Obviously it charges, I would say, double amount of time. And this bike does have the quick charger that I purchased with it, so I can get pretty much level 2 equivalent, but it's still running over 110 outlet. So if I wanted to, I could charge this bike from 0% to 100% in 4 hours. I do not do that too often because in my opinion, I feel like it's better to charge it slowly than doing it fast. And also, I've noticed whenever I do use the quick charger, yes, I get the charge faster, and I can, in a crunch, get it charged pretty fast, but that sounds pretty good. But I also noticed that the battery wears out faster, so the charge gets in faster, but hey, Supermoto, nice! The charge comes in faster, but it also goes out faster as well. Just something I've noticed. Alright, now to where they are extremely similar. Both bikes, this bike and the S2 Del Mar, both have a 100-mile range in the city. I did not see any highway figures for the S2 Del Mar, but this bike's highway figures, depending on how fast you're going, is probably about 60 to 70 mile range. I've even stretched it out to like 80 miles on the highway, but that's just my personal experience. And I did find a 0 to 60 on the S2 Del Mar. It says 3.5 seconds for their 0 to 60, which is a tad bit slower than this bike. I think this bike is like 3.1. I had it in a previous video. What it is, I'll put it up on the screen though. Pretty sure it's 3.1 seconds 0 to 60. So that's extremely close. You're not going to notice 0.4 of a difference in 0 to 60 time. Now the price, as you guys know, this bike I got for $13,000. So I got pretty much every option you could get: the windscreen, handguards, stuff like that. The extra battery, that was the most expensive. But this bike, if you just get one battery, you can get it for $9,000. Now the S2 Del Mar, their launch edition, which is already sold out, there's only making 100 of them. That one is $17,699, which I guess you're paying for the brand there. But the regular edition, which it was going to be on sale as soon as they deliver the launch edition, that one is $15,000 flat. That's not too bad, I would say, but it's definitely more expensive. So comparing to my bike exactly, it's about $2,000 more expensive than my bike, but my bike has all the options. I don't believe there's any options you can get on the S2 Del Mar. And so this bike, another thing that they're not quite comparable, my bike has 17-inch rims front and rear, and the S2 Del Mar has 19-inch rims front and rear. I don't think you're going to really notice a difference. The seat height on my bike, I believe, is a lot taller. I could not find a seat height on the S2 Del Mar, but judging from the pictures, it looks like it's a lot lower than this bike. This bike is like, I think, 32.5 inches for the seat height, which is not bad. The S2 Del Mar, I would imagine it would be like 31 inches. Just going off the pictures, just going from what I can see on the pictures, I would imagine it would be 31 inches. So, the Livewier S2 Del Mar, my first impressions are, I really like that camo look that they have on there. That one is so cool looking. I would definitely like to test ride it whenever it comes out. That would be so fun to test ride. And would I ever own one? I don't know, probably not. It's a little expensive still for EV motorcycles. Maybe a used one in a few years, but probably not. I like this bike a lot. This bike is super versatile, and it does everything I need it to do and more. It would actually probably come down to the suspension. I don't know how much suspension travel is. I could not find that on the new Livewier. But this bike has a lot of suspension travel, and it's super nice on the road like this. Well, and you guys know that I really enjoyed the Harley Davidson Livewier back when it was still underneath them. That was an awesome bike, super quick bike. It handled amazing too. I do not know if the S2 Del Mar has like the TFT dash that the normal Livewier or slash Livewier 1 has. I didn't see any pictures of that, so can't quite compare that to this bike, but it is what it is. The new version of this bike, which is the FXE, has a new TFT dash. So there you guys go. There's my first thoughts and opinions on the first thoughts and opinions and impressions of the new Livewier S2 Del Mar. I think it's pretty cool. I definitely would love to test ride one day and compare it to this bike directly. So there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you really enjoyed the video, share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Later.